The captivating saga of King Croesus and the Oracle of Delphi, a tale of ancient wealth, power, and the unpredictability of fate. Explore the intricate web of diplomacy, ambition, and prophetic wisdom that shape the destiny of empires. Welcome. Let us embark on this tale of ancient land, tainted by glory, conflict, and prophecy. In the ancient lands of Anatolia, there lived a king whose name is etched in the annals of history as a wealthy and a powerful ruler of the ancient world. King Croesus, king of Lydia. He succeeded his father, King Alyattes II, in 595 BC, after a feud with his half-brother. He was born into the Mermnad dynasty, which ruled Lydia for several generations. His father, King Alyattes II, was known for expanding Lydia's territory and consolidating its power in western Anatolia. As a prince, Croesus received education and training befitting his status as heir to the throne. He was groomed for leadership and was involved in administrative duties within the royal court. During his father's reign, Lydia was engaged in conflicts with neighboring powers, particularly the Greek city-states along the coast of Asia Minor and the Median Empire to the east. Croesus was exposed to the intricacies of diplomacy, warfare, and statecraft from an early age. Upon his father's death, around 595 BC, Croesus ascended to the throne of Lydia. He inherited a kingdom that was already prosperous and powerful, owing in part to his father's efforts to develop Lydia's economy and expand its influence in the region. Under his reign, Lydia indeed reached unprecedented levels of wealth and power, becoming a dominant force in the ancient world. One of the most significant contributions attributed to the Lydians during this time was the invention of coinage. By minting standardized coins made of precious metals, such as electrum, a natural alloy of gold and silver found in Lydia's riverbeds, he revolutionized economic transactions. The introduction of coinage facilitated trade and commerce, as it provided a universally recognized medium of exchange, eliminating the need for cumbersome barter systems and enhancing economic efficiency. The wealth generated by Lydia's prosperous economy under his rule allowed for extensive cultural patronage and infrastructure development. Croesus himself was renowned for his patronage of the arts and culture, supporting artists, poets, and artisans. The royal court at Sardis, Lydia's capital, became a center of intellectual and artistic activity, attracting scholars, philosophers, and craftsmen from across the ancient world. His reputation as a wise and benevolent ruler was not solely based on his economic prowess, but also on his governance policies. He enacted laws that promoted fairness and justice, earning him the admiration of his subjects. His generosity towards his people and his support for religious institutions further bolstered his reputation as a compassionate monarch. However, Lydia's prosperity and Croesus's reputation also attracted the attention of neighboring powers, particularly the rising Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great. Cyrus, ambitious and eager to expand his empire, set his sights on Lydia, viewing it as a strategic target and a source of immense wealth. Born around 600 BCE into the Persian royal family, Cyrus came of age during a time of turmoil and fragmentation in the region. As a young prince, he witnessed the decline of the Median Empire and the rise of neighboring powers vying for dominance. He seized upon the opportunity presented by this chaotic landscape. With strategic brilliance and military prowess, he began his conquests, first uniting the various Persian tribes under his rule. His campaigns were marked by a combination of military skill, diplomacy, and cunning tactics. He expanded his territory relentlessly, defeating the Medes, the Babylonians, and other regional powers. His ambition brought him to the doors of the Lydia, the domain of King Croesus. As Croesus became aware of Cyrus's territorial expansion and growing influence in the region, he sought to assess the threat posed by the Persian Empire and to secure alliances to bolster his own position. Recognizing the need for diplomatic overtures, he engaged in discussions with neighboring powers, including the Greek city-states, in an attempt to form a coalition against the Persian threat. At the same time, Cyrus was consolidating his power and expanding his empire through military conquests. He was aware of Croesus' wealth and influence, as well as his potential as a formidable adversary. Cyrus viewed Lydia as a valuable addition to his empire and sought to either subjugate diplomatically or through military means. The diplomatic exchanges between Croesus and Cyrus involved emissaries, envoys, and diplomatic missions sent to each other's courts to assess intentions, negotiate terms, and gauge the possibility of peaceful coexistence or conflict. Despite Croesus's diplomatic efforts to forge alliances against Cyrus, he faced challenges in rallying support from the Greek city-states, which were often divided by internal rivalries and conflicts. Cyrus, on the other hand, capitalized on these divisions and sought to exploit them to his advantage. Ultimately, the diplomatic interactions between Croesus and Cyrus set the stage for the ensuing conflict between Lydia and the Persian Empire. While both rulers engaged in diplomatic maneuvers to secure their interests, their ambitions and strategic calculations ultimately led to a collision that would shape the course of ancient history in the Near East. Croesus sought counsel from the Oracle regarding a pivotal decision, should he go to war against Cyrus the Great. He sent his messengers to the sacred sanctuary of Apollo, seeking guidance from the Oracle, whose cryptic prophecies were revered throughout the ancient world. The Oracle's response was shrouded in mystery. If Croesus goes to war, a great empire will fall. Interpreting the prophecy as a favorable omen, Croesus embarked on a military campaign against Cyrus, confident that the great empire referred to the Persians. While the exact estimates of his forces are not well documented, but with the immense wealth backing him, we can assume that Croesus amassed a substantial army, likely in the thousands, composed of well-trained Lydian soldiers, Greeks, and other mercenaries. They crossed the river Halys, marking the border between Lydia and Persia, and advanced into Persian territory. Cyrus, aware of Croesus's intentions and the impending threat to his empire, mobilized his own army to confront the Lydian forces. Cyrus's army, though perhaps not as lavishly equipped as Croesus's, was highly disciplined and experienced in warfare, having already conquered several neighboring territories. The two armies met near River Halys in Anatolia on the battlefield in a clash of military might and strategic acumen. The details of the battle are not extensively documented, but it is believed to have been fierce and hard-fought, with both sides employing various tactics and maneuvers to gain the upper hand. Despite his initial confidence and the prowess of his army, Croesus ultimately suffered a decisive defeat at the hands of Cyrus's forces. Cyrus's superior military strategy, tactics, and numerical advantage played a significant role. Following his defeat, Croesus retreated to his capital at Sardis, where he faced the imminent threat of Cyrus's advancing forces. Cyrus, now confident with the victory, pursued Croesus, who was holed up in his capital city Sardis. Cyrus's forces besieged Sardis, laying siege to the city and surrounding it with military encampments. The siege lasted for several months, during which Croesus and his defenders withstood numerous assaults and attempted to resist the Persian advance. Despite the valiant efforts of Croesus and his troops, Sardis eventually fell to the Persian forces. Cyrus's army breached the city's defenses, leading to its capture and the end of Lydian resistance. Following the fall of Sardis, Croesus was captured by Cyrus's forces. Cyrus spared Croesus's life and treated him with respect, recognizing his former adversary's wealth and wisdom. Croesus was allowed to retain his status and was eventually appointed as an advisor to Cyrus. His mighty kingdom now became a satrap to the Persians. In a cruel twist of fate, Croesus realized the true meaning of the oracle's words. It was his own empire that would fall, not that of his enemies. The mesmerizing tale of King Croesus and the Oracle of Delphi, a saga of prophecy, ambition, and the whims of fate. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Please like, comment, and share. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.